This is a 2010 Chevy Cobalt with a Ecotech motor and the 4T45E or 40 transmission, 4T40 or 45E transmission. Now, this vehicle has a torque converter clutch solenoid code P2764. Let me make sure that's really what it is. Yep, it's a P2764. Okay. Now, this is a common issue with these cars where what it's saying is that the torque converter clutch is coming on when the computer hasn't commanded it to come on. Okay, it says the circuit is low. That means that it's being grounded. So, what I want to show you is what normally happens with these Cobalts that causes that and some other codes to come about. Okay, first what you're going to have to do is take off this plastic shield here, put it to the side, and you're going to have to look down where the oil filter is, right down here. Now there's a part of the wiring harness that runs down here where the oil filter is, and the oil filter have a sharp edge on it. So let's see if I can show you there. Where is it? It has a sharp edge right there. Right here is the edge, and this harness runs around this edge here. Okay, and what happens over time, that edge cuts into the wire loom and eventually cuts into the wires that's there. Okay, and if you take this and move it out of the way, you will see where it damaged the wires, and one of the wires is the torque converter clutch wire. In fact, it seems like even with all of these wires, the torque converter clutch wire is the first one to be damaged. But I've had it where the pressure control solenoid wire is damaged. Let me move this light here, because see, which is a tan with a black stripe, I believe. Let me see if I can find it here. Put my headlight on. Yeah, it's two tans with a black stripe here. So you will see a couple of wires, maybe more than a couple, that has been damaged. And when you see them, you go in and replace the or fix the wire. Let me see here. Let me see. Is that one there? Let's see what this pink, this orange one is. That's a twisted. Okay, nothing there. So I only see two. I'll show you. Try to get a close up here. I don't know if you can see that, how close I can get down there. Where are you all damaged here? Move this oil filter out the way, or oil stick out the way. Okay, you might can see. Right here. There you go. So that's damaged. That wire is damaged right there. So that oil filter housing cut into this wire. Now this is a tan with a black stripe. Actually, there's two tans with a black stripe. If you see any other wires that are damaged, you might as well repair them too, because you're going to have some codes for them. After you repair these wires, then you're going to have to tie it up somewhere where it doesn't rub against that oil housing, the sharp edge of the oil housing. Okay, so you can repair this with either butt splice or solder. I like soldering, but if sometimes I will butt splice. If I don't have any, then I'll go straight to soldering and shrink wrap, heat shrink tube. Okay, so is this harness that run right around on the edge of the oil filter housing. This is the second vehicle this week. One was a 09. The other one, this is a 2010. So you would start to get these issues on this vehicle because of how it's routed. Again, it will cut into it. Once you repair it, what you can do with wire loom, you can take it and tie it up right here. Now I'll show you a finished repair after it's finished. You can put some new wire loom and then tie it up. Just make sure it's not on this edge here. This edge just cuts right into it. And then that's all you have to do. You'll be finished with it. Okay, this is for a 2009-10 Chevy COBALT fixed. Okay, on this 2010 COBALT, with this code and with this issue, you will have a drivability problem. It will start stuttering, shuddering, because what is happening is the computer, the torque converter clutch is being commanded on without computer telling it to come on. The computer will set the code because it's not the one controlling it to turn the torque converter on. The reason you have that shudder, because it's not completely grounded, it's not fully coming on, it's hitting the ground, coming off, hitting the ground, coming off, hitting the ground, and coming off, which give you that shudder. Okay, and it's because of the vibration and it making contact and losing contact with that edge of that oil housing, that oil filter housing there. Okay, so you'll get that sensation. But that's one thing to look at first, because this is a known problem with this vehicle. You know, now again, I'll show you how to how I route it after I repair it. Again, cut it, butt splice, put them together, and you should be fine. Any other wiring, fix that too while it's there. Okay, this is the finished repair there. After fixing the wires, I actually soldered them. Instead of having this harness sit up against this oil housing, you take this out of the way and you can tie it right here underneath. Just make sure that it is not touching this. You can put a tie strap right here, and then you won't have to worry about it rubbing up against this anymore.